Babylon with God Part 4 about relationships. Yeah, I start babbling on. But anyway, I had mentioned earlier about how some people would say we all develop our own prison, which we do. And it depends on how do you want to define your prison, the surrounding environment that you got yourself into was your choice. And people seem to think that they don't have a choice. And the thing is that you do have choices. And I believe that if you sat down in any situation and you sat down and you wrote out 3 different choices related to whatever the problem you have, and you kind of contemplate, look at each choice carefully, and try to look at how would that choice, one, affect you, how will that choice affect the people around you, would the outcome will be bad for who or what. So you have to determine on each choice that you have, what will the outcome be like. Try to picture the outcome. How is people going to react to that outcome? And how is that outcome going to benefit you? Because the thing is, if you're not have this inner peace and happiness developed in you, which takes time, it took me from 1990 to 97 to wake up and realize the truth. And if I would have applied what I've learned in my life, it wouldn't have took me 10 years to get where I'm at out of recovery. Because, like I said, I don't know if you read any of my writings, but my writings pretty much talk about a lot of different things of life. But I became an alcoholic at 5 years old. I lived in a very dysfunctional family. And to keep it real simple, I was sexually abused like if I was some sex toy to a lot of adults. And that's all I'll say about that. That shows me how sadistic people are. And it doesn't make a difference who they are, because they're all sadistic. Then my parents also emotionally abuse, physical abuse, a lot of that, and it takes time. But as a person who drinks, especially at that age, probably why I had a learning disability, because I couldn't comprehend things in class, because I was always drunk. And then after I learned about THC, wow, that's better than alcohol. Smoking pot, man, that became better than alcohol. You know, angel dust, man, all this stuff. But then, when I was turned 17, I did have to make a commitment, a promise, that I would no longer smoke pot, take drugs, not deal with drugs. And so I told my wife at the time, which her name is Honeydew. Why her parents named her Honeydew beats me, but each to their own thing, I guess. But anyway, her true name is Honeydew. And the thing is that I had to promise her that I wouldn't take it and smoke any more pot, drink. But I continued drinking. And I was always drunk. And, you know, I walked around like a damn robot. You know, when I quit drinking, when I learned I had to quit drinking to become somebody such as a dad, before my son was born, I had to grow up really quick, because I had no idea how to be a dad. All I know is that I had to get my shit together. I had to wake up, get sober, start facing life in reality. So, as I began to start quitting drinking, my brain began to wake up. And when my brain started to wake up, the box of Pandora began to open of what my childhood was truly like, which then everything started playing back like a freaking movie, a horror show of everything going on in my childhood. And tell you, torturing of your mind is one of the worst things, because your mind can torture you from these memories to the point where you just can't deal with it no more. And the only way that you're going to shut that off is by trying to kill yourself. Believe me, over the periods from 1990 to 97, shoot, it was like, man, this movie kept playing in my mind over and over. And the only way I could shut it down was to fucking try to kill myself. So I ended up in a hospital, Northwood. And let me tell you, I call that the college. Because that taught me so many different things. Especially the human elements. The human elements of compassion, the elements of love, unconditional love. How to begin to learn how to take control over your life. Learn to take control over your decisions that you make. Learn how to treat people with respect. Try to come out with an understanding of why people are the way they are. And once you take a step back and you look at people who may be acting inappropriate, who may be so-called not normal, and you take a moment to look back and think, what's going on in their life that's making them do this? You know, our body has 5 senses. And out of those 5 senses, if you walk into a room or a place and you all of a sudden, man, have this damn anxiety attack and you don't know why, I guarantee you it has to do with some type of memory from your past. You really don't know what it is. All you know is you walked in and you started freaking out. And you don't know why. These anxiety attacks. But anyway, one of your senses is triggered. What triggered your memory. Somewhere in your memory causes you to feel this anxiety attack. Now, for you to really determine what that is, or if you want to just do it this way, start introducing yourself small doses. Small doses of whatever it is that you fear, whatever anxiety attacks you've experienced in any situation. Start beginning to increase your tolerant range by 1, putting yourself into that situation for either 1, 2, 3 seconds. If you can, build up from that. Start building it up until you can do it an hour being in that situation. Because the thing here is you want to do is work on tolerance. Because when you put all this tolerance into you, the more you can endure. And the more you can endure, the stronger you become. So you can tolerate anything life can throw at you. So you want to be determined on facing anything that may cause anxiety. And introduce yourself into this in small doses. Don't be taking no medication that's just gonna cause more problems with your health. And cause problems with your mood. And if you want to knock yourself out for all every day and not deal with things, well then you're not living. Thing is that you have to live, and life is painful. And at times you just have to pull yourself up, get yourself off the floor, head forward with your life, and look straight at life dead in the eye and start kicking that F out of your life. Because that F in that life will try to get you, cause so much friction, so much frustration, it's going to knock you down. So if you build up an endurance or tolerance to it, you can endure anything that life may throw at you. And that F will turn into a V for victory. And then you'll have victory over life. And you'll always maintain self-control. You will not let life bring you down and won't control you. You have to maintain control over life, not let life have control over you and how you're going to react. Because like I said, you have a choice on how you're choosing to react to life. You have this personal choice on how you perceive things and how you. I'm running out of minutes here, but I'll catch you on the next video. And I hope you have a good day if you didn't get to the next video. But unconditional love one another is the key ingredients. And look up in New Testament and see how Christ defines unconditional love. Because he created the foundation. Start building it with bricks on that foundation of unconditional love. And each brick that you build will make you more stronger to defeat life and not let life defeat you. And each brick must be built from unconditional love, so that will help you become stronger with the courage that you need to build those other bricks until you have your home built. Have a good day.